Like any kind of violence that Israeli settlers or the Israeli military experiences in the West Bank is literally legal. Okay, it is legal resistance.
This is just not true. For resistance to an occupation to be considered legal under international law, the resistance must comply with the law of armed conflict, also known as the International Humanitarian Law or IHL. While international law recognizes the right of peoples to self-determination and to resist foreign occupation, this is not a license to engage in any and all acts of violence. The conduct of all parties to a conflict, including resistance movements, is regulated by IHL. Some of the key obligations under IHL are combatant status. This means that to be treated as lawful combatants and, if captured, to be granted the status of prisoner of war, members of the resistance must meet certain criteria. Those criteria include being commanded by a person responsible for their subordinates, having a fixed distinctive sign recognizable at a distance, carrying arms openly, conducting their operations in accordance with the laws and customs of war. A fundamental principle of IHL is the distinction between combatants and civilians. Resistance fighters who do not meet the criteria for combatant status, and especially those who do not distinguish themselves from civilians, lose the protection from attack for the duration for their direct participation in hostilities. The deliberate targeting of civilians is a grave breach of IHL and constitutes a war crime. The prohibition of war crimes is another key obligation. The right to resist does not in any way justify the commission of war crimes, such as the deliberate targeting of civilians, taking of hostages, torture, using of human shields, and others. These acts are prohibited under IHL regardless of the motivation or the legality of the occupation itself. There is also the law of occupation under the legal framework. This body of law places extensive obligations on the occupying power to protect the population and their property, but it also contains rules that govern the behavior of the occupied population and resistance groups. To sum it up, Hasan is wrong when he says that any violence is legal and valid against the occupiers. And also, violence against civilians is also never legal or valid under international law.